G'day, Miss Sands. I've had this question quite a few times. I have replied in the comments, but I figured I'd do a video so I could talk about this particular topic. Now, I am not a lawyer. This is a family law matter. This is purely educational, and if you are in this particular situation, I advocate that you get your own legal and professional advice before you take any action. So, the question is typically something along the lines of putting property into a family trust in order to prevent a partner from taking it in the event of a divorce or some sort of separation. Now, this doesn't work. So for all intents and purposes, a family trust is still treated as a marital estate in the event of a relationship breakdown. So in the event that there is a family trust that you've got entitlement to, you have been receiving distributions from that family trust, you've potentially distributed to your partner, all of those assets are going to be taken into account in the event of a relationship breakdown. This is a really common misconception, and many people believe that if they just move their assets into a separate entity, that no one's ever going to be able to find it. The thing to realize is that trust law has been around for hundreds of years, okay? And in that hundreds of years, there have been countless precedents that have been set in law that show where entities where they've been used for the purposes of trying to protect against certain events, whether it be relationship breakdown, litigation, so on and so forth, they have been basically looked through for the purposes of reaching a settlement. Now, when we're talking about family law, there is really only one mechanism that can be used in order to protect you in the event that you are looking to protect your assets that you have prior to entering into a relationship. And that is what is referred to as a binding financial agreement, or what they refer to in the States as a prenuptial agreement or a prenup, okay? Now, a binding financial agreement is basically a document that states what your assets are at the beginning of the relationship, or at the point in time that the binding financial agreement goes into place. The other party discloses their asset position as well, and there is a mutual agreement that anything that you both had prior to that point in time is each other's, so that's completely independent, and anything that is built moving forwards is yours. So if you don't have any money right now, and you get a binding financial agreement, and you create a business that turns you into a mega squillionaire, it's not going to count. Any wealth that you build together in that relationship is going to form part of a settlement. Now, if you're incredibly wealthy prior to entering into the relationship, and you are concerned about them getting entitlement to what you have prior to that particular point in time, a binding financial agreement can be great. I highly advocate binding financial agreements. It's much like a shareholders agreement in a business relationship, that it basically provides a rule book in the event that things go bad, that you can essentially amicably reach a resolution, because one of the most hotly contested components of a separation, whether that be a business separation or a relationship separation, is the finances. So the idea is that basically you have everything clearly laid out of what happens in the event of that particular situation, and it is handled very easily. Without that particular document, then basically it's open to negotiation on each other's lawyer's part, depending on whether there's kids involved and whether one party is working and the other isn't, so on and so forth, will largely determine what the split is. But to kind of simplify this, a family trust isn't going to protect you. A family trust is a mechanism for tax optimization and asset protection, primarily against creditors and whatnot, primarily providing you with tax optimization ability, the ability for you to have discretion over how you distribute income and capital gains each and every single year, and to optimize your particular tax position. So hope this helps. If you have any follow-up questions, let me know in the comments.